Kyle really wants us to be able to fit everything in one suitcase because we're only there 2 nights. But there's 6 of us, so like, I'm trying my best here. You excited about going to New York?
Yes.
Have you ever been to New York City before?
No. Have you?
I have, but not in a really long time. It was about
17?
No, 22 years ago.
20?
2001. Yeah. How do you think the ride's gonna be?
Amazing because I'll have my phone.
Will you?
Okay, so. The Flanky box is free. I'm grabbing it all.
Are you excited about going to New York?
Yeah. New York City is the best. New York City is the best. We're going driving.
It's gonna be a long drive. You ready for a long drive?
No.
No. What are you gonna do on your drive?
Sweep
Probably.
and sweep walk. Will they have ice cream shop?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. I'm sure there'll be some sort of sweets.
Will they say yes for touching?
For touching some toys?
Yeah.
Some things I bet you can, yeah. Zoe, are you excited about us going to New York? You gonna take good care of the house? It's time to get up and start our trip. Yeah.
New York City.
New York City. Are you excited about going to New York?
Yes.
Even though it's 6 in the morning?
Yeah.
Yes. We had a super quick breakfast, and then it was time to get our shoes on and get out the door. The sun felt very extra for so early in the morning.
We're gonna turn on now.
At one point, I was Calliope's personal ketchup assistant because I didn't want to mess in the car. 8 hours and one very stressful tunnel ride later, we were there.
Yeah,
we're in a big city.
like Liberty.
We finally got checked into our hotel, and we don't get out much, so every aspect of this, even the lights, was entertaining for them. They wanted to get a group shot, but kept arguing over what pose to do, so I just stood there. Okay, I gotta let go. We headed out to find food, which was amazing, and then hit up our first event, which was an interactive art exhibit in Soho called Enter I Am. I have seen places like this all over Instagram and TikTok, but certainly never experienced anything like it for myself. The kids thought it was so cool being able to play with light and color in all these ways that they never had before. Jack is always exuberant about everything he does. Here he is being a penguin. I tried my best to get the kids to slow down and actually discover everything each room had to offer, but man, do kids like to rush through things. And before I knew it, we were in the last room. We had a super long day, so I think everyone was ready to get back to the hotel, relax, and read some books before bed. Day 2, Willow was the first one up and was very antsy to get started.
We're going exploring now.
We're not gonna go exploring quite yet because everyone's still sleeping.
Can you do makeup to me?
Not really.
That'd be so cool. You could try to. That could be so funny.
Eventually, everyone woke up and we did go exploring, sans makeup. We got some super messy donuts and made our way to the Nintendo store. Willow has been really into Pikachu lately, so that was fun. While the kids played, I dreamed of going into this bookstore, but yeah, no way that was gonna happen. Also, tell me this shot of Calliope doesn't look like the Disaster Girl picture. We paid $11 for this drink and hit up the M&M store. I found the color coordination extremely satisfying. We checked out Times Square, and everything I'd ever heard about this place was that it would be totally busy and overwhelming. But I don't know, man. I've seen wilder days at Disney. It really wasn't that bad. Speaking of Disney, our next stop was the Disney store, which I personally could have spent all day in. I really, really miss Disney stores. We took some pictures, and Willow asked for this purse, but I had to say no to that one. Everyone was starting to feel the heat and was just generally exhausted from walking, so we went back to the hotel to take a break. After cooling off and having a short rest, we got ready for the main event of the trip, the Toy Insider's Sweet Sweet convention.
Hey, I'm a penguin.
We waddled our way through the line, got our name tags, and entered the event. Found out that Willow only likes characters from a distance. Thank you very much. Jackson immediately sat down to get his face painted. They did an amazing job and it lasted all day. I was so impressed. This is always my favorite part. Look at that face. I love it. Willow was definitely feeling a little overwhelmed by everything, so we took our time. I held her while we walked around looking at toys and adding to our Christmas wish list. Willow finally let me put her down. You can see here she was a little bit nervous. She wasn't sure what she was allowed to do, but she really loved this vanity. Once she found this kitchen, she decided she was in her element and totally took control. Meanwhile, the big kids were running around from table to table finding all these games to play. It was so fun, and the prizes were amazing. I really appreciated how kind and outgoing all the people working at the booths were, because my kids can be kind of shy in social situations, and having these people that genuinely, you could tell, liked interacting with kids really helped. Willow actually got comfortable enough to let a few people talk to her and start fighting over toys with her brother. Jackson kicked his dad's butt at Pokémon and snuggled up on Snorlax. We took a quick break at the Nintendo section. Willow has just figured out how to use the Switch the last month. She's picked it up pretty quickly. She absolutely lit up over this dog. It was so cute. She loved it. We found more play food and then real food, which we had to take outside because Willow was absolutely terrified of this big green crayon that was walking around. She could not deal. Literally, the only thing that could get her out of her funk was this Doh ice cream stand.
I think you got it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make way more.
Okay.
As you can imagine, this went on for quite a while. At this point, our bags were loaded up with swag and the kids were somehow still finding tables we hadn't gone to yet. The last thing we did was check out these Hatchimals, which blew their minds a little bit. And then it was time to go because we had spent a full 5 hours there. Despite being exhausted, everyone was in super good spirits leaving, which was awesome. It was way past bedtime by the time we got back to our hotel, but they had swag bags to open, so what do they care?
Well, I don't know.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Calliope taught me how to play the game Boop, while Jackson absolutely destroyed the place with toys. Once Willow started making a fort, I knew it was time for bed. The last day was just a travel day. We checked out. I swear, the acoustics of a hotel lobby makes kids' voices sound so loud. We drove the 8 hours home, and the only footage I got was these 2 seconds of my kids fighting over a cake pop because we were tired. Good night.